Right, today we're going to learn the halacha if you're allowed to take a nap while you have the tefillin on. Well, a nap, I don't mean you're going to bed, but you take a dreamel. As it happens, many people fall asleep sometime with the tefillin. It is okay or not to do that. So it says in Siman Memdal, the two brings like this. Also, lishan bohem, not allowed to sleep with the tefillin. Afilu shenas aroy, meaning not a permanent going to bed to sleep. Meaning that's only the restriction when you're holding the tefillin in your hand. The reason you're not allowed to do that, because you might drop them. You're going to fall asleep, you might drop them. But when you have the tefillin on your head, poires alem sudar v'yoshan boem shenas arai. Meaning, permanently go to bed with the tefillin on your head, you're not allowed to. But if you in the shul, and the tefillin is on your head, and you take a little dremel, that says as long as you put a sudar, meaning you cover your tefillin. That's the idea of the sudar, is to remind you that you should not really go to a deep sleep. It's a reminder, and it says you're allowed to. How could you do that when you take a dremel with your tefillin on? You must see das. You're not thinking of your tefillin. We have to always think of our tefillin. It says the idea of esach hadas l'gabei tefillin, when you speak dvarim b'teilim, you're laughing, you're not serious. Then you're like forgetting the all the shemus in the tefillin. Yeah. But to have the tefillin on while you take a little dremel, if it's on, it's not going. There's no chashash it might fall. It's not a chashash that you're allowed to do. That's according to the Tur, and that's how also it's brought in Shulchan Aruch. It's like this. Here's Lo Shulchan Aruch. Kol zman shatefillin beroishoy oy bezroyoy. If it's on your head, on your arm, osu lishan boim afilu shenas aroy. The lotion he brings, you should not sleep even. Temporarily sleeping, meaning a little dremel, a little dozing off. Unless you put something on that tefillin as a reminder that I have a tefillin on, I should not go to a deep sleep. Yeah. Now, if it's so according to the Shulchan Aruch, the way it comes out from there's a lot of Gemaras over here, back and forth. Look, the conclusion comes that the way most poskim understand, you have two conditions. A, when you're allowed to go to sleep with your tefillin. Shenas aroy. It has to be not a permanent sleep that you're going to bed, you're dozing off. Then you have a sudar. The second thing is have to be sudar. You have some kind of talis or something on top of your tefillin as a reminder. Also, you have to put your head ben birko between your knees. This way, you're not so comfortable, and it's going to wake you up. You're not going to go to a deep sleep like this. So then you're allowed to do that. Now, that's l'chora mitzad ikar adin. However, there is two reasons why you should not do that. Reason number one, the Ves Yosef, he brings from the Ran in Maseches Sukkah. It says like this. Because of Aram B'Shem Arazo, the Kahanach Tlas Braisas Deliu Dukmina Lu Chodo Bednokit LeBeyode Kaimalon. Aval Pi Shalakos Neri Bilchasa. Interesting. The way we just read the halacha, that's the halacha we just said. The way we read in Tur and Shulchan Aruch. I mean, the Ran did not refer to the Shul or Shulchan Aruch. It was before them, but he says like this: Rif omitted this halachas. Rif doesn't like it. Now we're going to see why. The Ran writes. It says, I saw one of the sages of the generation. We're not relying on this halacha. Elo adraviana samchinan the Omar v'Masechet Shabbos tefillin tzrichim guf noki. Raviana said tefillin needs a guf noki. Ke'elisha bal knafayim. Ukedibir shavai v'rova shelo yafiach bohem. We should not pass any gazes with while tefillin on. He says, "V'shelo yishan bohem." Now, when it says "lo yishan bohem," the Gemara says over there, "V'chol shene v'masha ben kva ben aroy." So according to this shita that the Ran brings, Echad L'Gdol Ador B'Zman wrote that the halacha is adraba. You're not allowed to have shenas aray, even though we see the Tur and Shulchan Aruch doesn't paskin like this, but the Ran brings such a shita. V'chosav alav arayvet. The Raivet has over there a sogis on the Ran, and he says, "Rather shiyofe kosav Oyster Chacham, with the Ran quoted Chacham that we should not even sleep Shenas Aray. Says it's right. The Gemara talks about what's Hiluch Mea, what's Shenas Aroy. How much is not a temporary sleep? The Gemara says a walk of 100 amas. So we don't know how long is a walk of 100 amas, exactly how to measure this. Hilgach ene shen beim klau, shen beroishim. The whole thing can be yodo. You cannot leave while it's on your head. On your hand, that's even worse. You might drop them on your head also because you might pass gases. Tefillin is gufnoki. No. Okay. Now, when it says what the Gemara and the Pshat, the Gemara brings up Pshat when a Sudar al Roisha you're allowed to do it. He says the Pshat Sudar al Roish, something on your head, you're allowed to do it. He says it's when not on your head. The tefillin is on the side. Then you want to sleep next to it, so cover it. Whatever. Okay. So that's one Pshat. According to this Ran, and according to the Raavad, you should not doze off with the tefillin, even Shenas Aroy. Put the sudar and put between your head between the knees. It doesn't help according to them. Okay, that's one. And by the way, most people doze off. I saw they're not careful to put the talis on and to put the head between the knees. So they should not do. There's another thing is the Kaf HaChaim brings from Arizal. Over here it says, what's the pshat? Lo yasiach daitom in atfilin. Don't have the dvorim betelim, sicha betelot, schoy kalush rosh. That's called hesech hadas. But stamazo, if you take a doze off, it's not called hesech hadas. We bring from Arizal like this. Sha'arizal hichmer mo'od binyan hesech hadas. Shafilu b'yosem mispalel. Some saying during davening, you think of davening, not of your tefillin. Arizal said no. Even if you mispel, also lasich datam mitzvah afilu rega echad. Also lasich datam mitfillin kasher yu yansham. Bimken. Kol sheken, according to this Arizal, kol sheken shelo yishan ma afilu shenas aroy ledvorov afilu imaniach sudar v'chulu. All this heterim we have in Shulchan Aruch with the sudar on, meaning something on top of your tefillin and your head between your knees. All this it's not. V'al ken yesh la'achmer b'zeh shelo yishan ma shenas aroy afilu imaniach lem sudar. Yeah. So according to this, so the stake better. Definitely, like I said, even those which is makil according to Shulchan Aruch, you have to meet the conditions. It's aroy, it's not a permanent sleep, and it's sudar al roisha. You put the talis or something on top of your head as a reminder, and you put your head between your knees. A lot of people, like I said, when they doze off, they don't do that. And even you're going to use this eterim, according to the Raavad and according to the Arizal, it's not appropriate. So bottom line is, it's not a good idea to doze off while if you feel you're tired, so take off your tefillin and then take a nap. Okay.